Well, first up, India and China are witnessing a renewed momentum in their bilateral relations with the resumption of key activities. In a significant development, Foreign Secretary Vikram Misri recently visited Beijing to participate in the Foreign Secretary Vice Foreign Minister Mechanism meeting, marking a step forward in strengthening dialogue between the two nations. The two sides reviewed the state of India-China bilateral relations, comprehensively agreed to take certain people-centric steps to stabilize and rebuild ties. The two sides also decided to resume the Kailash Mansarovar Yatra in the summer of 2025. They also agreed to hold an early meeting of the India-China expert-level mechanism to discuss resumption of provision of hydrological data and other cooperative steps pertaining to transborder rivers. Both sides agreed to take appropriate measures to further promote and facilitate people-to-people exchanges. They agreed, in principle, to resume direct air services between the two countries. The two sides also recognized that 2025, being the 75th anniversary of the establishment of diplomatic relations between India and China, they will conduct a number of commemorative activities to mark this anniversary. They will also take stock. They also took stock of the extant mechanisms for functional exchanges. Let's now take you across to DD India's Jessica Taneja for more on this. Hi, Jessica. It just seems that India and China's efforts to mend ties are making incremental progress since the October thaw.
Well, it started with the military level talks post 2020, which sort of laid the groundwork further to ease the tensions between the two nations, as we've seen in the recent past. And now with Foreign Secretary Vikram Misri in Beijing the last 2 days, meeting with a Politburo member and also the foreign minister of the country, Wang Yi, and as well as the vice foreign minister of China. Well, interestingly, the developments do seem to indicate the fact that India and China are moving ahead, especially when it comes to enhancing their economic ties. More so also on the resumption of the Kailash Mansarovar Yatra, as you pointed out, and that, of course, with the technical modalities in place on how this will be further executed, and we will wait for those technical things to be sorted out from both the sides. Interestingly, also mention of flights as well. So the technicalities around that, a mechanism would be set up to, of course, to that extent, to have that resumed as well, Gautam. And if you'd see the level of engagement that we've had with the Chinese, right from the two leaders meeting at the BRICS summit at Kazan, on the sidelines of the BRICS summit, the first bilateral meeting between the two, was in fact followed by a pact of disengagement on the border issues that was agreed upon on the 21st of October. The meeting took place just a few days after that in Kazan, and following after that was, of course, more mechanisms that would ease out not just tensions between the two, but also look at mechanisms moving forward on how India and China would further enhance their economic trade. Remember, China is one of our largest trading partners, apart from the United States. So it is important, wherein India and China continue to engage on multiple fronts. And if you see the readout that has been put forth by the Ministry of External Affairs, it does seem to indicate that a lot of ground was covered, be it Kailash Mansarovar Yatra or the resumption of flights. You also look at cultural exchanges and also how to ease those tensions when it comes to economic trade between the two. And given that now American President Donald Trump is at the helm of affairs, there are tariff troubles, not just for China, but Asia as well. And a country with whom you share a 3,500 kilometer border, of course, there are tensions and frictions. But how is the mechanism between the two countries ensuring that there is that sense and that route of trade and other activities which continue to sort of figure in the conversation, not to also forget exchange of hydrological data, because currently with the announcement from the Chinese side to build the largest dam apart from the three gorges on the Brahmaputra, our side and the Yarling Sangpo on theirs, has also raised some ecological concerns, apart from, of course, the riparian states that have led to some discussion to that effect, Gautam.
All right, Chika, we'll have to leave it there for the moment. Thanks a lot for joining us about the progress being made on the India-China ties front.